Commissioner Mike Sobel hopes to fill the shoes of outgoing Mayor Lamar Fisher this November. However, two notable instances in the last year leave serious doubts as to his suitability to become Pompano's next mayor. The first instance was his city commission vote to prevent the general obligation bond, or GO bond, from being put on a ballot for the citizens of Pompano Beach to decide. The $181 million GO bond is a compilation of 25 projects determined through a review of public input, community meetings, advisory boards, commissioner comments, master plans, and more to be vital to the continued prosperity of Pompano Beach. The initiative was widely supported by a number of civic organizations, citizens, and local businesses. The GO bond was broken down into 3 individual ballots that would provide for much-needed improvements and new projects in the city. The first was for streets, sidewalks, bridges, and streetscaping in the amount of $79 million. The second was for parks, recreation, and leisure projects in the amount of $56 million. And the third was for much-needed improvements to our public safety infrastructure in the amount of $46 million. At the October 10, 2017 City Commission meeting, the GO bond resolution was on the agenda for discussion and action by the Commission. The action required was simply whether or not to allow the voters of Pompano Beach to decide for or against the 3 individual ballots mentioned earlier. During Commissioner Sobel's comments, he indicated that because the resolution in front of the Commission would allow all 3 GO bond initiatives to be voted on by the public, he was not convinced that it was in the good of the residents or in the best interest of the residents. Listen to what he had to say.
I'm not convinced that it's all good for the residents or all in the best interest of the residents with regard to all these ballots and all 25 of these projects. And therefore, I can't, in good conscience, choose to put all of this in front of the electorate.
Commissioner Sobel was not required to support any or all of the initiatives. All he had to do was vote yes or no to allowing the citizens of Pompano Beach to cast a vote. He had every right to advocate against any or all of the ballot initiatives, which he did, if the Commission allowed the process to move forward. But in his no vote, he chose to deny the voters a choice on what they wanted for their city. Did he not think the citizens of Pompano Beach were smart enough to figure this out on their own? He claims he will put people above politics. Why then did he vote not to allow the people to decide? The City Commission passed the resolution that evening, 4-2, with Commissioner Sobel and Perkins voting against it. On March 13th of this year, the voters of Pompano Beach overwhelmingly passed all 3 ballot questions by a 2-1 margin. Voters even passed all 3 overwhelmingly in Commissioner Sobel's district. Does Commissioner Sobel really have his finger on the pulse of the citizens of Pompano Beach? Is Commissioner Sobel the right candidate to fill the all-important role of mayor who will keep Pompano Beach moving in the right direction?